You've got to let go and let it happen. Because if you don't, you're going to be all clutched up. You're going to be constantly trying to do what can happen healthily only if you don't try. But we have a strange anxiety that if we don't interfere, it won't happen. And that's the root of an enormous amount of trouble. Right.
Y'all have no fucking clue.
Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium. You are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it. Gillette Stadium.
Because if you don't, you're going to be all clutched up. You're going to be constantly trying to do what can happen healthily only if you don't try. But we have a strange anxiety that if we don't interfere, it won't happen.
Young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to
That's the root of an enormous amount of trouble.
I like the Young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea how excited I am for this. I'm so ready to play NCAA, dog.
This is taken at the 40. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led out by a guy who's done just about.
It's a late night, obviously. It's your boy, King Nut. Some know me as Mookie. Some know me as.
He's had that probably since birth.
I'm not going to give you my government. You got to figure that out.
Watching him play, it can be an absolute.
You know, I am curious, just to throw this out there. There's no prize behind this or anything. I wonder who can figure out what game I downloaded, what version of Madden I downloaded, what year I downloaded just for this show. Obviously, I had deleted Madden. Seasons were over. Everybody's getting ready for the next game, the next thing. That's what we do. I'm curious to see who knows what year this is.
That is incomplete.
Yo, we're going into NCAA. And I got to tell you,
And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
Man, 10 years, dog.
He can play guard, he can play tackle.
You know, it's funny. You don't really, well, you're very close, Gideon. You are extremely close. You don't really process the difference between 10 years. You don't even, as you get older, you have moments that happen that remind you of the 10-year difference. And this is one of them. This is 100% one of them.
And he's got another first down as he's brought
It's been, what, 10, 11 years since we've had an NCAA?
Tom Brady, let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback,
the moment,
talk to the defensive guys and they say,
the moment
get him off his spot. What they mean by that is
we got the server remotely built
and they just hit the same
the moment between us and the admin team getting everything set. All we could ever process, all we could ever all I could really communicate, and a few others was like, man, I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to get going.
So now first
obviously, between myself and Legend, we have through multiple conversations come to a partnership, and we have connected between two leagues of Texas Heat and Legends League, and we're stepping into NCAA with some great guys at admin.
Or bigger slot guys, and that gives him the ability to stay on the field.
I'm ready to. Man, this 3 days. I'm trying to remember the last time I have been this ready for a fucking game to come out. Because so far they have perfected, or at least in my opinion, they have perfected the marketing aspect of NCAA. I'm not sure if any other game's done better this year.
He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
I'm not even talking just sports-wise. You can pick any game. I'm not sure if any game has done better this year from a marketing. Because not only have they just, given new trailer, not only have they had, random YouTubers playing the game,
he was trying to force it in there on third down.
They have essentially broke down NCAA in about 2 to 3 days.
There's nothing available there for him.
In about 2 or 3 days, they have given us something. They have given us something, I would especially say, for the last month and a half. I'm ready to go. If you haven't noticed yet, between our admin team, it's going to be myself and Legend and Austin. We are actually going to be sitting kind of in a position where we've considered ourselves as board of directors. And of course, I'm going to get Legend on the show. He's got a pretty good weekend this weekend, but I'm ready to go. I know he's ready. We're going to have Swag and Ncaa, and then we're going to have Austin and myself. Y'all know who's in there.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away.
We got Gideon for shit shirt. And this is going to be something that we are really hoping for the long term. Me and Legend have talked about, in some way, shape, or form, trying to get to this position of combining leagues. This would have happened, essentially there was a 3 or 4 league connection between us and Texas Heat LL and another league at the time that I just now realized Neon Sports at the time could have done multiple servers or multiple Neon Sports in one server. We have the opportunity to have the activity and energy of 2 different leagues in one. We have the opportunity of taking statistics and information of 2 leagues and putting them into one. We have the opportunity of, and y'all already know what Gideon's going to do from a statistics side. We're going to be able to take records, conferences, all of those things in the beginning. We're going to be able to do that between 2 leagues and place it in one. And Madden just didn't work out as a game. I think for anyone trying to do this, to make it possible, it wasn't a fit. I think the game of the NFL is so complex when it comes to salary caps, when it comes to trades, when it comes to gameplay, when it comes to the, if you're looking at simulation, whatever it may be, Madden has it's so much more of a complex game compared to NCAA. From at least what I'm looking at, NCAA has a shit ton of perks. There's a shit ton of things about it that I love. I don't know if it'll ever meet the complexity, and I could be wrong. You're not going to let me know tomorrow. Of Madden. So that gives us a ton of freedom. That gives our teams a ton of freedom. This is going to be so. This is going to be very interesting from a lot of different perspectives, or a lot of different things in regards to the dynasty mode itself. There's a lot of decisions that haven't been made just yet, and that's what I'm going to get to. So I'm actually going to take.
So here's a 1st and 10.
Oh, and I'm going to get to that question, Smitty. I'm actually going to take about a minute and a half break as we get to this commercial. And then we're going to talk about some of the things.
And finding Edelman underneath. That's
not too much detail, but just a little bit of what the discussion has been on the admin side. I'll be right back.
Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And now you can eat away from people after the catch.
He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And it is caught. But the bank judge
Finally,
right there
it
to
is
say,
here. You can take all that jealousy of the game from it, throw it out. The eyes of the nation are on this field today, and that's what these players live for.
And you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
He is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, tagged him. That's the offensive.
It's funny because as I'm sitting here doing this, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, we haven't even completely decided on a fucking name for our NCAA group. We haven't decided on a name yet. We haven't decided on anything. We haven't. We're just ready to get everybody in the chat and get this shit. We were ready to get everybody in the chat and, one, just kind of get a feel of who is really ready to go as far as this game. So, really quick, just a few things on the, I'd say, really from the admin side that kind of what we discussed, or at least just what's been posted for you guys. Information that you can have over the weekend. First and foremost.
Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early.
I've seen a few people post in the chat, or I've gotten messages like, hey, what league am I going to be in? Am I going to be in the competitive league? Am I going to be in the, where do I land? That conversation we are going to try to get addressed over this weekend. The second one was, there's 50 plus players in here. What are my chances? Well, we got good news. We've got good news if we can catch the first second. And that good news is, where we are going forward is we have 2 leagues. You guys can't see it in the chat, obviously, but we are going to be operating from a 2-league system. So everyone will have at least somewhere to be based on the users we've invited. Everything is invitation only right now. Now,
to throw, Fitzpatrick. It's complete. Stills.
I've seen
5 yards
this
on
get
the catch
confused
there, brings up second down.
when it comes to invitation only. Invitation only does not mean that someone that we have not invited up to this point, or that it's not in the chat, is unworthy of playing it here. Some are. Some definitely are.
Now a drop play with Drake.
Hey, dog, I've dealt with you enough years, or I've dealt with you enough weeks, months, whatever it may be.
16 yards, a first down.
I don't know if you'll fit.
What makes a draw
Others
like that successful?
either hadn't responded, communication
that was a big part
somewhere
of it, but a lot of it
lacking.
is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So, if you know people that are interested, and I want to make sure to communicate this on the show, because I want people to understand the system that we're trying to have as an admin team, and the goal of me and Legend.
Buying time to his left.
Ultimately, we want a system that we can run from an activity standpoint to be able to ask questions, answer questions, the best of our ability, sustain, but to get to it, you just want a system that'll run itself. And that really comes down to you guys. Because that allows us to do everything else. That allows Gideon to do his thing. That allows Qua stepping into this position and do his thing. That allows Swag to do his thing, which I'm going to talk about the split that we're going to kind of have on the admin side. Not all of it is confirmed. This could change. But kind of where we're leaning at the moment. But y'all's activity is going to be extremely important when it comes to this chat. Now, that's going to be split based on different leagues, so there's two we're going to have in here. And again, it's going to come down to the admins that you're going to be working with. But our goal is for this to be something long-term. So understand, we are stepping in this space, me and Legend, and getting, keeping Gideon and Austin, keeping admins together in hopes of a long-term journey with NCAA. Because I'm telling you guys, without saying too much,
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3.
Ready for this game.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they
I cannot remember the last time I was this ready for a game to come out. Honestly, I'm trying to remember the last time I was this amped about a game to come out. God of War, maybe? I don't know. No Call of Duty. Not no Call of Duty. We always talk about the Madden and the last Madden, which is funny. No one has guessed this, and I'm curious if anybody's going to guess what Madden simulation I'm watching at. Gideon was close. He was very close. As far as our admin team, I've kind of communicated that. Again, the piece of where this all started, again, we actually started this conversation a while back where it wasn't just me and Legend. It was me, Legend, and a few other commissioners of other leagues having the conversation of connecting, unifying, trying to build something to where we don't have to deal with the outside system of recruiting and finding users, the outside system of filling positions and all those things, and just having people already connected, relationships already made, to where, when there's a spot open, not only do we know somebody that will play, but you guys may have somebody of interest, one of your friends or whatever that you may want to join, whatever that may look like. And
so it's incomplete.
So, not, from a system standpoint, from a competitive standpoint, from a
You have to chalk that one up for the defense there.
Man,
Someone
this
right on the
activity
spot.
and positive
Excellent coverage.
people
Didn't leave him enough room to come
But
down and
there's been so
even
many
though
of
he
those
did
things
catch
in
the
line
football.
that's been the conversation going into this partnership. So understand, we are walking into this with the expectation of this to succeed. The expectation for this to succeed. Understanding that there are things that have nothing to do with us that we can control. There's nothing that we can do about how NCAA is actually going to perform. Because here's the thing, YouTubers get paid money to sell an idea. Don't forget that. They're no different than anyone else in any fucking job you see on TV. They're paid to sell an idea, to sell interest. Is what they do. So the guys that you see that talk negative, they could very well be working for a competitor, and you not know it. So,
nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end.
All that shit being said, we're trying to get this thing to last long term. We're trying to get to a place
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We want every single user in here, but obviously NCAA didn't work out that way. If it would have given us the ability for 130 users, I'm trying to tell y'all, we would have found 130 for real. I would have spent this weekend for real trying to get the next 60 plus. And I know, Legend's got, again, he's got some big moments coming for him and his family, so I would hope that he would do that and not give that to the game. But if he had that window open, he'd absolutely do it. I know Gideon. I know Qual would do it. I know Swag would definitely do it. I know you guys would do that. And so,
it is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open,
to end that with, as far as myself and Legend, NCAA ended up being the best option, even though it kind of flipped on us, where we thought there'd be 130 plus teams available for us to play in a dynasty and have, or even 60. They gave us 32. I thought that was a little lazy out of EA, in my opinion. They basically just took the system. They took the system from what they had with Madden and just pushed it over to the dynasty mode and said, "Hey, we're going to give them the options in between as far as team changing and all that. But 32 will be the 32, and that's going to be the standard for now."
This is going to be 3rd and 13.
It wouldn't shock me if that never changed. It wouldn't shock me if 32 is all they are allowed to do this, because EA can be lazy like that.
This is taken in at the 5, and he doesn't quite.
So it kind of switched our game plan a little bit, but ultimately we're here. And again, I'm ready for myself and Legend to do some shows. We got some stuff coming, man, that I just hope y'all are ready for, because college is just a very different game. I don't have to worry about nobody doing bullshit trades. I know Legend feels the same way. Having to tell somebody why that's a bad decision, why you need to decline it. You don't have to worry about contract situations. All that doesn't exist in the college world. It's very different. It's a totally different thing.
Touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
We're ready to
go. He'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard.
The next thing is, I've kind of hinted towards this, and not just in Texas Heat, but I've hinted at it in LL, I've hinted at it in, I've communicated it with another group that I'm connected with as far as college ball wise, and that was about the Top Dog Champions. So for something else you guys don't know, I don't know if this is going to work out, so this is just, I'm just throwing information out there that I'm trying to be as vague as possible without giving away too much, because some things may change when we have our meeting as a group here pretty soon. But basically the idea was, if you hadn't read about it, was we are all playing in a conference. So there's 2 leagues that we have currently in the server. And all the users between, right now I think we have about 47 people. The expectation was around 55. If we don't get to that point, then obviously the recruitment game begins at that point, which is not difficult with a brand new game. Because all you have to do with a brand new game is to be able to show people, 1, you have openings, 2, you have committed users that want to play, games are being played, and then they'll join. Really all the other shit doesn't matter. It's just that people are just trying to find something to play, especially with NCAA. So, just understand there is a plan B in the case. I think we're at 47. That leaves us about 7 slots, and then we've got options. We've got opportunities. We're going to get this thing filled up one way or another. Pause. Yeah, I'll put that on the strap that we had in the chat. But the idea is for both leagues to play. The schedule piece is still kind of up in the air, but both leagues to play within the server, and we are also competing with a league, maybe 2 outside of the server. And so basically what we're going to be looking at is the Super Bowl champion, or national champion, wow, going over to NCAA, I got to think about this now. The NCAA national champion and the loser of the national championship game would both go into a kind of basically the same system. They're kind of going into a finals, but they're playing head-to-head. And those users, so for example, there would be 4 out of this chat, and then there would be 2 out of BTB. I need 1 more league to communicate this with, but I'm trying to find one where anyone that I know personally has told me they've played well in. I want to avoid those because that means that would probably be good. And that's what we're looking for. Trying to find that one other league. That's just it. Any of my close friends telling me they went like, they won 13 games, won 13-3. I'm just like, I don't know about that big up. I don't know if they're going to be a while. So trying to find something else, another competitive league in that space. And then basically the winner of that gets a prize. The whole point of that is you get into a rhythm with the same 32 users you play, or 31 users that you play. You get in a rhythm with the same conferences, you get in a rhythm with the same system, the same build, all those things, and you build a confidence against users that you see kind of day in and day out throughout a season, or throughout a Madden or an NCAA, whatever you want to call it. What we're doing here is a little bit different. You're going to play somebody you have 0 film about. You're going to play somebody that not unless you're just paying attention, you either have 0 film on, or you don't have a lot of knowledge, and you're completely going to be leaning on your fucking skill. So that's what I have wanted since the beginning. That is what I've always thought about when it comes down to a national champion or a top dog when it comes to this game is what is your true skill without the build that you have. Obviously this game is about building. I think NCAA is going to have that. There's going to be a building piece that matters when it comes to NCAA. I also want to see, oh wow, this is fun. I get to do this on an NCAA level. I also want to see a user like Roach or Austin or Young or whoever may land in that national championship bubble.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
Play a guy like C-Dev and having no information, and C-Dev having no information about them. But I know confidently that all of these users are skilled. You know, that's going to put us around 100 and what? Between 120 users, 120 plus.
Elements that go into making a big play. This one in particular, able to scan the field.
To win
held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line.
that championship, you can tell me you're
right
hitting
on
that.
the money.
I will have mad respect for anybody that can do that. Anybody that can conquer that space. Again, you know, I kind of said this earlier. Kind of getting off of the champion piece, because again, we don't know how much it's going to work out. Man, it's been 10 years, bro. I'm processing life and what's happened through my life in 10 years. What's transpired in 10 years.
So
what I've had, what I've been pursuing in the past 10 years. All of that. Like,
this will be from 49 yards out.
The difference in my children's lives, all that stuff. All that, like, whatever you want to look at in the past 10 years.
And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So a big play.
No one's going to be able to
have
guess
to get
this.
him into
It's
this
going to be
spot, and they
interesting. I'm
cash
curious
in
to see
with
if
three.
anyone
How
guess
about the 1-2
what
to the
Madden
solar
this is
plexus
tomorrow.
on that
The
one?
first
Big
guess,
play.
I may have a
The
prize
field
for you.
goal. Not much time
And you can't be
left on the
somebody
clock.
that's just
That's
throwing
the way to
numbers.
go into the half.
You get one guess. I'm going to go ahead and end the show real quick, but just again, what we're working on the admin team is really simple. We're going to have rules still to be determined. Some things we kind of have lined out, but for the most part, we are trying to make sure that we have as much of a college feel when it comes to rules, but also understanding that we came from simulation when it comes to rules. And, you know, depending on your age and when you started playing franchise mode, I've been playing in a league that has been somewhat rule-based for the last 10 years.
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but
we are going to figure out what that balance is. Also understand we're going to figure that out over time. It won't be something that's all done today. It's going to be something we figure out over time. That is what our team is doing. Obviously, the server is already built for the most part. We haven't added any bots yet because, to be quite honest with you guys, we haven't added any bots yet because we want to be able to verify what Neon Sports is going to be able to do for us and once they get access to NCAA. Or if there's any other third-party app that's going to have the ability to assist us with NCAA. So not a lot of bots in the chat just yet, but that'll change. Again, as far as us as admins, I think we have a solid team. I think for the most part, we're just trying to figure out the rules long term. And then, of course, one of the questions has been team selection. So I'm actually going to let Legend speak on the team selection because he kind of has an idea of how they, what he thinks an easy system would be for us to use.
And nice work on the return as he'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
But I'm ready.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on.
Anyways, man, again, this is a late show.
The way this offense is played thus
Not
far,
all of them are going to be perfect.
They got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
You know, I heard a guy say one time, it's not about how many times you do something perfect. It's about how many times you try it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
And let me tell y'all,
10-yard pickup, and it's enough for
I'm
the
ready to
Dolphins'
go.
first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him
our
in the
admin
first half, but a
team
good
is ready
start
to
the
go,
third quarter.
and I hope y'all are going to be just as fired up about this game. And this game has me listening to shit that came out 10 plus years ago. So I'm going to end the show with this. I hope y'all have a good one.
It's second down.
Because in 3 days, we going to be live.
Get out the way! Get out the way! Get out the way! Oh! Get out the way! Get out the way! Get out the way! Oh, no!
I'm sorry. This is random, and I know I was going to end the show with just a quick question because I'm sitting here actually watching the game on Madden. I'm thinking to myself, man, EA, they better have their animations better be like they've improved since the year that's on the screen. Yeah, somebody probably thought I was going to say that shit.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know what? I'm ready to see what EA is like. That's all I'm saying. I'm sitting here looking at this game and realizing that I've played the same consistent level of Madden. This game ain't changed. Madden ain't changed for shit. I'm sitting here watching this as the stream is going, and I'm thinking to myself, that's why I'm so distracted. So I apologize to y'all if this is a terrible show, because let me tell you, we're ready to go. But this was a Madden ain't changed for shit, bruh. Nothing.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
When y'all figure out this game, or what year this was, Madden ain't changed for a damn. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace.
And it's your friend, causing confusion, disturbing the peace. Not an illusion, we run in the streets. So I lie to all you groupies and gold diggers. Is there a plug around your line? No, nigga. I'm doing 100 on the highway.